Salutare Starrux, eu sunt Starrux și astăzi fac un episod din The Stanley Parable. Ok. Dacă e primul episod, stați. Nici nu pot. A, nu, e bine. Yep. Let's begin the game. Așa.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Oh, tare.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Am oprit laptopul. Da. Ok, deci hai să vă explic ce trebuie să facem acum. Deci, mai pare v-a spus oratorul ăsta. Noi acum prima dată o să facem ce ne spune povestitorul ăsta din background, vocea asta din background. Episod. Hai să-mi iau tot noi. Nu desează nimic. Robotul.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Vreau să ajung la mina aia.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
Ești dacă mai stau, ce mai spui? Ce mai stau aici?
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA. Are you really still in the broom closet? Standing around doing nothing? Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
ce mai zici?
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right?
Da.
If I'd said past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it. Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friends you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favorite." I hope your friends find this concerning. Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Asta.
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. He or she has fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place at the computer, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
Bine, hai să facem. Am mai spune nimic. Bine, hai.
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Nu pot să.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Don't work like. Am prea aici. Lasă-și granița aia. Da, încarcă. Screen. Screen. Frame-uri.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Pur și simplu dacă pe aici. De data viitoare. Să vedem. Trebuie să ceva aici. Se vede așa o lumină. Uite, vedeți?
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he get the strength to find out?
Stinge lumina, arată calea. Ah. Pare că Ruby n-avea dreptate. Că face mica. Camere de la vedere.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Acolo apare cam creepy. Eu vreau să știu. Apare creepy. Nu apărea creepy. E dacă mă duc înapoi reapar. Da, reapar.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
No.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Oh, da, să dansăm. Lasă mai bine în pas. Nu mai e nimic. Facem ca... Mă simt ca în laboratorul Dexter. Știți desenul animat Didi și Dexter? Eu sunt Didi acum, practic. Nu așa pe scări. La ce e bun butonul? La ce e bun butonul? Facem. Să măcar cântă. Asta nu scunde și măcar nu sunt. Ia să. Nu spune niciun sun. Mai buton. E buton de troll ăla.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Cheesy de cheesy. Chiar face Didi din Dexter. La ce e bun butonul? Ce e bun butonul? Acum știu la ce e un buton. Să vedem mai departe. Hai cu un frame.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
Nu mai văd nimica.
Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine.
Este, motherfucker.
Unshackled himself from someone else's command.
Dar mai repede, te
Freedom was
rog.
mere moments away.
Mai
And
repede.
yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his.
Frumos.
And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Dacă nu vreau. Ce o să faci în privința asta? 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 Cred că nu vreau să trec. Ce o să faci în privința asta? Fac nimic am primit. Mă trebuie.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
E mai frumos. Mamă, dacă durează loading screen-ul ăsta. The end is never. Never the end is, never the end is. Never the end is loading. Ok. Ne-am întors. Bun venit acasă.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure.
Ce?
What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under
Am
his
închis ușa.
responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go anywhere except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me.
Poți să pe
In
scaun.
here I can be happy forever.
Ah, ce bine. Am mic
I will
scaunul
be
ăsta, e bun.
happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
Ce m-a speriat. Cred că asta a fost al doilea end. Asta cred că a fost cel mai scurt end existent. Da, a fost al doilea end. Mai scurt.
All of his co-workers were gone. What? Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement? Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No, 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 no. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now, suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition.
Ok.
I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks.
10 de clicuri. Bine.
No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this achievement to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way, no matter what the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
17. Aici.
Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437.
37. E 400. Uite.
Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere. Now, door 415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so.
Patron.
Now, back to door number 437.
Vreau achievement-ul ăla. Or 3.
Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine? All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere.
Patronul.
Okay, now go climb on employee 419's desk.
Patronul.
Yes! This is great! You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 416.
Patronul 6. Ok, patronul 6. Zici că sunt un volan.
We've almost got it! Now the copy machine, do that one again!
Oh, dar ăsta cam place.
Finish it off, Stanley! 5 clicks on door 43. Yes! We did it!
Este.
Oh, wow. That felt amazing. Oh, you really earned it, Stanley. Nothing could hold you back. Yes, I'm very proud of how far we've come today. Just think, only a few minutes ago, you believed an achievement was worth 5 little clicks. Really now, what were you thinking?
Urc pe... Să oprim. Să mă urc. Tare. Tare. Ok, n-aș de asta.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Yes, truly a room worth admiring. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Bine, mai ascultăm o dată. Vreau să ajung la
And
chestia
so
aia.
he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Da. Hai mai repede. Este ultimul moment pe care mai fac.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left. Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake. No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please? Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Pe bune. Ce lumina.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
Asta a mai fost un alt ending. Sper că v-a plăcut. Eu am fost Starrux. La revedere, amată Starrux. Nu uitați să lăsați un subscribe, un like sau un dislike. Să spuneți în secțiunea de comentarii de ce nu v-a plăcut. Așa. Puh. Și ne vedem data viitoare. Pa! Am oprește-te. Vreau să se oprească.